saying faith will burn brightest in sometimes the darkest places. But anyway, she was one of the few survivors that got out of the concentration camp when Allied forces liberated them. And so she decided that she had forgiven everybody she could remember. And so she went around the world. That's her book called Tramp for the Lord. And she was talking about how even in the darkest places, you can meet with Jesus and he'll give you grace to stand, and that you can forgive even the worst atrocity. And at one of her meetings, she had one of the Nazi prison guards that had tortured and killed her sister come to forward an altar call and ask for her forgiveness. And she was just struck dumb. She couldn't speak. It was just so traumatizing, because this man had been one of the most horrible, wicked beasts that had been known to mankind. And he had actually murdered and raped her sister. And she just couldn't. And she said, okay. And she said the right words. But she went the next day to a Lutheran church where there was a pastor. And it was the old classic church that had the church bell and the steeple, and the church bell was being rung, inviting people to service. And so she's having confession with this pastor. And she says, Pastor, how can I possibly forgive this animal who tortured me and murdered my sister and raped and did horrible, abominable things? I know that I have to forgive. God commands it. And I've said the words, but my heart does not agree. I still hate him, and I'm trying not to let hate dictate my life. Well, they just finished the call to service, and there's a little bell ringing boy that would pull the rope and ring the bell, and it would ring.